Declan Rice is the talk of town, and right now it's all about the Declan Rice to Arsenal transfer catalyst. Huge precipitate to see to it that this deal might happen as soon as possible. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where you watching us from? Smash the like button, comment and share. Third video of the day, from McAllister to Rice clearing air on his Arsenal transfer, now to the catalyst that is going to speed up this gigantic move to Arsenal. Worth £100 million deal is what this is going to really cost, to see to it that Declan Rice crosses from one London side, I think that is East London, to North London, that is from West Ham to Arsenal. And after that, we are going to talk about Folarin Balogun's plans of exiting Arsenal because he cannot break through the top three forwards of Mikel Arteta, and looks like he's sold onto an idea of leaving Arsenal and go elsewhere to play the game of football. And lastly, as I told you about Arsenal's first game that has been confirmed today down in Germany, the sporting director of Arsenal, that is the head of all footballing activities at Arsenal, that is Edu Gaspar, has come out and obviously told us as to why they've gone ahead to make a decision to go on and really go to Adidas and play a game down in Germany. So let's see close to 200 likes smash on this video. This is the Rokani Media Football, and let's jog on, guys. Let's jog on with this catalyst of Declan Rice. Now, in life, there is nothing so interesting like a team where a player is playing from coming out and really saying that now a player is going to be sold, hinting on the number of suitors that are really up, or that are really admiring the services of Declan Rice to go ahead and really sign him, and obviously giving you a hint that obviously just shows that this deal is on the move, as bids are really waiting. Or as bids are really being weighted by the West Ham side. Now, the chairman of West Ham, who happens to be David Sullivan, my namesake, David, he has said the following on Declan Rice. We promised him he could go. He set his heart on going. You can't ask for a man who has committed more to us this season. In due course, he has to get on, and we have to get a replacement. All several replacements. That is the West Ham chairperson for you. So he's confirming to us that Rice wants to go, and they also want to sell him, because in this modern era of playing football, you can't keep a player who wants to go. That's the worst mistake you'll ever make. That's it. So Declan Rice is sold on an idea of leaving West Ham, and obviously they want him to go, and he has gone ahead to really give them the best that they deserve. I think in the last 60 years, West Ham had not lifted any trophy, and if at all they've gone ahead to lift the trophy because of Declan Rice and captaining them to that triumph, then he deserves all the farewell and bids to see to it that he really joins the club that he wants, of which Arsenal is one of those that are interested in signing the player. Now, the West Ham chairman continued and said, it's not something we want to happen. We offered him a £2,000 a week salary 18 months ago. He turned it down. It's cost him £10 million to stay at West Ham in that time in lost wages, and he wants to go. You can't keep a player who doesn't want to be there. Now, it's confirmed. We all knew that last year and a half, West Ham gave Declan Rice a contract of earning £200,000 a week, and obviously add more years onto his contract. Declan Rice turned it down in the name of obviously waiting in for new bidders to come in through and obviously take him in. By the time, it was Chelsea and Chelsea and Man United that were chasing in for Declan Rice, and this time round, Arsenal are in for Declan Rice. Remember, 1.5 years back, Arsenal was not into the levels of signing Declan Rice because they were not playing in the Champions League. And they knew that if they had to get in Declan Rice, they had to raise their performances to playing in the Champions League. And obviously that came to pass. And after getting assurance in January that Champions League football is a given, that's when they started to really sweet talk Declan Rice to come out and really join them. But it's a catalyst that is speeding up this. Declan Rice wants out of West Ham, and who is leading the race to sign Declan Rice? It's Arsenal. Amongst all teams, it's none other than Arsenal. So what other catalyst would you want to hear from the chairperson of West Ham other than that? Because he has told you the player wants to leave, and he turned down a 200,000 weekly wage increment. He has lost close to 10 million pounds in lost wages. So it shows you that this was a move that he really had to go on and do. And guess what? What a calculation and a sacrifice made by the agent and the representatives of Declan Rice. Why? At Arsenal, he's going to be earning £300,000 a week. So he's 24 years of age, meaning that he's going to sign a contract of like 6 years. So for the next 6 years, Declan Rice is going to be earning £300,000 a week. When you multiply that amount of money times the weeks that make up a year, 52, that is close to 17 million pounds, 17 million pounds a year. And that means he's going to go ahead and really cover up and obviously be playing at the elite level of the game. That is for Arsenal, competing for the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup and Carabao Cup. This trophy that he won for West Ham is just a starter and just a ground laid, for him to really spring onto it and obviously throw himself into the sky to see to it that he lifts other trophies like the Champions League and the Premier League. Lastly, the chairman told us that no, we haven't received any offers, but I think the offers will start to come in today. There are 3 or 4 clubs who have shown interest, but our respect to West Ham. While we are still playing, you don't make offers for players. That's not the way decent clubs do. So he has gone ahead to confirm to us that there are 3 or 4 clubs that are interested into Declan Rice. And those to name are Arsenal, Man United, Bayern Munich, and Liverpool. So those are the 4 clubs interested in the service of Declan Rice that are really expected to throw in their bids ASAP as soon as this is really done. And I think they are going to do their trophy parade soon. Players go to the international break, then the holidays, and obviously Declan Rice will find himself at Arsenal. So the move that Declan Rice did 18 months ago is acting as a catalyst for his transfer to join Arsenal. Why? If Declan Rice had gone ahead to even extend 2 more years on his contract, West Ham would have gone to call in for 150 million pounds. But because he's left with 2 years on his contract, he's left with 1 year and another optional year, they believe that this is the right time to get 100 million pounds from him. If at all you don't sell him now, and he's left with just 1 option on his contract, even if he triggers it in January, his transfer fee will really depreciate to 60 or 50 million pounds. So if you want to really get 100 million pounds, this is the right time to really sit on the table and make a right negotiation for the England international player, that is Declan Rice. So that is Declan Rice for you, and I had the honor to bring you exactly what the chairman had to say about the player in the names of Declan Rice. Let's go to Folarin Balogun. He's already training with the USA national team, and they're going to play into the CONCACAF, and he's already there, jammed up to really increase on the number of goals he's going to score this season for his club Rams. Now, Balogun, latest update. This is Kaya Kainak. He's the chief Arsenal writer for the Football London. In other words, he's the correspondent of Arsenal for the Football London. He has told us that Folarin Balogun is keen to be the first choice next season, but with Jesus, Nketiah, and Trossard currently ahead of him, that is unlikely to happen at Arsenal. As a result, Arsenal are open to selling him, with RB Leipzig understood to be among the frontrunners for his signature. Now, those 3 players I was going to hate to mention, Jesus, Nketiah, and Trossard, I think there is one that Balogun is better than. I think Balogun is a better forward than Nketiah. That's it. And for your information, if Balogun comes back in the preseason and obviously fires all cylinders, excites Mikel Arteta like Saliba did in the previous preseason, you are going to be shocked. Balogun will get ahead of Edin Ketia. And what they will do is, if Arteta happens to understand that there is more potential in Balogun than Edin Ketia, do you know what he's going to do? He'll find himself benching Edin Ketia. Edin Ketia will start bleeding for playing time, and next summer or in January, he'll be in the shop window. So the next button for Arsenal to press on Balogun depends on how he's really going to come in through and obviously look in the eye of Mikel Arteta, because Balogun is a physically strong player. He's super fast, He has an eye for goal. He's a better goal scorer than Edin Ketia, and I think he can tussle it out with Jesus. And if at all you want to get a player who is going to go ahead and obviously give you the competition you want for Gabriel Jesus, it's Balogun. In life, it's always to have players who don't settle for less. Balogun is that kind of player who will always knock onto the door of Mikel Arteta whenever he doesn't get enough playing time. I don't think Ketia is going to do that. Why? Nketiah never had enough playing time at Arsenal in the season of 2021-2022, and he renewed his contract. That means his appetite to play game in, game out is low. You need players like Balogun who will come out and say, if the England national team doesn't call me, I'm going to the USA team. Do you know why? He wants fast team football. He wants fast team football. What better hunger do you want to get from a player than that? So I think that can convince Mikel Arteta to really help Balogun stay and obviously tame his ego, because what makes his ego rise is simple. He believes he's fit to play, and if at all he goes on and really portrays it on the field of play, obviously Edin Ketia is in danger. That's it. So this man Balogun is really fired up to come in through and obviously do the needful and do the job. But if they decide to sell him, they're going to get some good man out of him. Between 40 and 50 million pounds is what Arsenal is really trying to go ahead and really get out of him. And they want him to be the replacement of Nkunku, who went out and and he's now going to be a Chelsea player. They sold him at 60 million euros. So let's wait and see how that is going to pan out between Arsenal, Balogun, and RB Leipzig, because he has gone ahead to prove his worth. 20 goals a season, league goals, with 3 assists. By the way, this season, no Arsenal player has gone ahead to average 20 goals. That's it. Even if you add all the games they've gone ahead to play in all tournaments, no player has averaged 20 goals of Arsenal. So what does that mean? It means that nothing can really stop Balogun from thriving at Arsenal, provided he comes out and obviously proves. I've always said that he has a problem with his ego, but I think Mikel Arteta knows how to tame the egos of these players, and he will be tamed into the best player that he will ever deserve. Now, after that, let's do a little bit of Edu. As Arsenal has gone ahead to confirm its first preseason game they're going to play in Nuremberg, that is Germany, Edu has gone ahead and explained to us why they've decided to go on and really do the needful down in the offices of Adidas. Now, we're excited to begin our preseason schedule at Adidas headquarters and thank Adidas for hosting us again at their world-class campus. Our match against Nuremberg is another good opportunity to help Mikel Arteta and the squad prepare ahead of the new season. So they've chosen it because Adidas has a very good world-class campus and they're doing some great business down there in Nuremberg, and Arsenal is going to face Nuremberg. Remember, this is the second time they're facing it, as they faced it the other time and they beat Nuremberg by 5-2. Jesus scored a brace into that beautiful game of football. Then he concluded and said, the sporting director of Arsenal, that is Edu, this kicks off a strong run of preseason fixtures, with us traveling to the US shortly afterwards to face the MLS all-team stars Man United and Barcelona. So it's worth a game to have. When you get it, it helps the players at least show the fitness levels to the manager Mikel Arteta. And I really understand that. I really understand that Mikel Arteta will have to host what we call an indoor game. Sorry, closed door game at London Colney, as they did last time. You know, they played Wrexham before they headed to Nuremberg, and I think there is one they're going to play before they go to Nuremberg, but it's going to be a behind closed doors game. So guys, your thoughts onto Declan Rice to Arsenal transfer catalyst are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Folarin Balogun's future? You know, can he break through that trio of Trossard, Jesus and Edin Ketia? And lastly, what do you make of the choice that Arsenal have gone ahead to make as their first game in the preseason, as told us by the sporting director of Arsenal, Edu? I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Meow.